Hey everybody, this is TrainLover206 here, aka Sam I. Hansen. Actually, no, it's Sam I. Hansen, aka TrainLover206 here. Sorry, just kind of accidentally switched around a bit. Anyways, and here is my, July update video. Now, before I get into this video, update video, which I'll get into soon, I just want to let you guys know that if you guys want a bit of a update on, well, what happened in June, then feel free to click the link in the description below what's been going on. But for those of you who want a quick recap, in early June, I stated that since Mickey Mouse and the World of Color will be treated more as a side project, and that I'll be working on and off by it, I decided that I'm going to that instead of wait until I complete Mickey Mouse of Color, I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna let those projects that I've mentioned in my special announcement video, such as same reviews, my DeviantArt posts, and Daedae, take more priority and focus on those, and instead of like last time where I just focus on making us full color and just go to the other projects afterwards. So yeah, now this does not mean that I'll be pausing. He says that I will focus on Mickey Mouse and the World of Color, just a bit on and off, like some days I'll be working on it, some days I'm not, but like I said, it'll still be treated as a side project, while the other three things that I mentioned will take most priority. But I am still planning on I'm still planning on releasing Mickey Mouse World of Color sometime either in 2025 or in 2026. Well, we'll have to just wait and see. But now that I got those out of the way, and feel free to click on the link in the description below if you wanted to about it. And now that I got this out of the way, let's dive right into the subject of this update video. Now, of course, for those of you who have been on my channel, for a while, you may have been wondering about something that of course I wanted to the third installment that I've been participating for a while, and that is of course Daedae Book 3, aka Daedae: The Waters of Sandy Cove. Now, last time I paused on Book 3. Last time I've heard of Book 3, I sort of paused on it to focus on Mickey Mouse World of Color, but now I'm officially I'm updating, but also not just only updating, but also officially announcing to you all that I'll be working on Daedae Book 3. Going back to working on Daedae Book 3 in mid-July of 2025. And yes, I know this is a bit of an exciting news for you all, and this is something that I've been looking for that I've been thinking about ever since when I reevaluated Mickey Mouse World of Color as a side project, and now I'm resuming this project. Sorry, I'm just a bit excited to working on this because, I've been wanting to rework on Daedae Book 3 for a while now, and I was planning to wait until when I was finishing Mickey Mouse World of Color, but now I can finally go back to working on this. There are 4 things I want to say in regards to update on this on Book 3 resuming in July. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Into the update video, sorry. Now, the first thing I want to say is, something that all of you have been wondering in regards to, the third book, and that is, when is it going to be released? Or, more specifically, when it will be published. Now, for a long time I have originally planned to release it sometime in around late 2025. But due to the fact that but due to the first half of 2025 focusing on well, getting all the footage from Most Full of Color, and while making it, I decided that I'll be releasing the third book sometime in 2026. Now at first you all may be thinking that it'll be released exactly like 3 years since the second book. But in actuality, if you all guys did the math, it's actually that actually it would be 2 years since the second book. Considering that I released the first book, The Adventure Begins. Actually, considering that I released Daedae Book 2, The Waters of Sandy Cove, only just a year and a half after the second book. So really, I've been releasing my books either by a year and a half or just nearly 2 years since the setting, and so yeah, and there is so yeah, Daedae Book 3 will probably be released sometime in early 2026. And moving on to my second thing that I want to say, a bit of a quick transition there, is that in a similar to Daedae Book 2, Daedae Book 3 will go through some similar changes. And by changes, I mean that it'll probably things like, story, story changes, or some extended scenes, or even some little scene changes. And you guys have to keep in mind that this was a book that well, for those of you who have followed on my channel or or which have along, you may have known that I have originally planned that back when Daedae was originally a high school project. Originally, I was planning to complete book 3 and plan to color it after I did the inking process. But then, of course, COVID-19 happened. I decided, and then I decided to focus on just one book at a time with book 1 and then book 2, and yeah, I guess you can probably say that the Daedae Book 3 is the only book where I never fully finish it, or at the very least complete like half of it past the inking process. But now that time has passed, and since I've done changes to my my books, and since I have more time and don't have to worry about like time constraints like I did in high school, I'm going to make some changes to the second book, like how I did with the second, and you get the picture. So moving on to the third thing I want to say is that this book, another special thing about the third book is that this book will also be dedicated to my mother. Now, of course, as you all may know, back in my 2024 last video, I mentioned that my mother has passed away after her 10-year battle with the incurable illness, and how she left quite an impact not just on me, but how she was a bit of a collaborator on the Daedae book series, and to be honest, if it weren't for her, I would have published my book series, and it would have gotten me to further fuel my creativity as a book writer and self-publishing my books. So I really thank to her, and since she passed away, I feel like that I need to dedicate. To give this book a dedication, which I was thinking that probably at the start of the third book, I would say dedicated to my loving mother, or dedicated to inserting my mother's name and even the date of her birth and the date of her death, or something like that. I'll have to talk to my father about it, since he has the grip of the book. So yeah, this book will be dedicated to my first book. Will be dedicated to my mother, and so yeah. And now moving straight forward to the fourth and final update, the fourth and final thing I want to say is that since I've mentioned that Daedae Book 3 will be released in 2026, that means, that means that, well, that means that the book will be releasing around, believe it or not, the 5th anniversary of the year where I published the first Daedae book. Yes, 2026 will be the year where will be the 5th anniversary of the year where I published my first Daedae book back in 2021. And honestly, after 5 years, I cannot believe that I've made it this far. And to celebrate this, the 5th anniversary book of Daedae Book 1, aka The Adventure Begins, I decided to announce something special for that. However, I'm not going to announce in this video because, well, I'm probably just gonna save the special, probably announce the special announcement when the anniversary comes around. So I guess you'll probably have to wait when the anniversary date comes around, which, yeah. And with that said, that's pretty much it I have for this update video. Now, I'm sorry that if it was a bit rushed in some areas. I mean, I went through all 4 of them instead of individually. But the reason why is because I'm just a bit excited to go back to working on Daedae Book 3, and since like I said, since my Mickey Mouse movies is now just going to be revalued as just a side project instead of just one of my main projects. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to working on my third book. So yeah. And so until then, this is Sam Hansen, aka Train Lover 206, signing off. Please make sure to follow my social medias, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, Twitter, or whatever projects, and make sure to subscribe and click on the bell to get notified with our recent videos, and stay tuned for more updates on Daedae Book 3 and when you'll get to see Daedae's next third adventure and final installment in this trilogy. And what I'm trying to say is, and stay tuned for Daedae's third and final adventure and in 2026. So until then, see you later, everybody.